What is up, combatants? This is CWN Dark for November 10th, 2019. I'm your host, Hunter Chambliss. I'm joined on the panel by the workhorse champion himself, Matthew Rosa. How's it going, man?
Workhorse champion and soon to be the only man with a victory over Andrew Hayes, Matthew Rosa. I am doing great. It's been a great week for wrestling. Great week for boxing, too. As a diehard boxing fan, it felt so cool to have tons of people watching boxing on Saturday. That made me really happy. Even if it was for KSI and Logan Paul, they watched that Billy Joe Saunders fight, too, and the Devin Haney fight. So, hey.
Did that probably happen this weekend?
That did, yeah. It was yesterday. It was really fun. It was really good. Really good fight. KSI won.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
But
by what? Knockout or?
It was a decision. It was a split decision.
Damn it. But
yeah.
All right, guys. So, this is just our laid back show. We actually do have a kind of
vague structure.
Vague structure, yes. But I do want to start off with the biggest talk point in wrestling this weekend, which was AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view event. We're going to break it down from first match to last match. I did not watch the buy-in, but I heard Britt Baker and Bea Priestley did have a pretty good match.
Yes, I mean, it was an AEW women's match. They kind of have a formula, and it's a good formula. The matches are good, so it was good.
Yeah. How's it going, Harley? She said you guys have to talk about Lana's faking being pregnant. No.
Do we though? But do we though?
Really? Oh my god. Who's that Burry person? What? Who's that Barry person? Harley, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Triple H?
You're technically not wrong.
He's the only Barry person I can think of.
So I'm gonna. Blurry.
Oh, that would be Matthew Rosa. Yeah, my camera is shit, my front camera. But we're watching a match, so I had to leave the front camera on so that I can actually watch the match.
Yeah, so I brought up the pay-per-view card for Full Gear. So let's get into it real quick, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we kicked off the official card with it was Santana and Ortiz taking on the Young Bucks. And Harley just explained why.
Yeah.
Open up with your thoughts on this match.
So if this was a match that I missed on my initial watching, so I went back and I watched it. And I feel like it was a solid match, great match, good storytelling, pretty well done overall. But the wrong team won here. I didn't feel like Santana and Ortiz needed the victory here. Kind of bad as the Young Bucks did, because the Bucks have pretty much only lost. Like that's all they do. And the Young Bucks are established, but at the same time they're not. So they're established. They keep telling us that the Young Bucks are a top level tag team. But let's say all I've ever watched is Dynamite. I was one of the people who happened to turn it on. And I'm told that the Young Bucks are the superstar team. Then why are they 1-3? Why am I supposed to care about the Young Bucks? Why do they matter? Why are they elite?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's kind of mishandled, and them picking up a win over Santana and Ortiz could have been big, because Santana and Ortiz are beating everybody. You give the Bucks the win here, and then you have Santana and Ortiz go, have them beat the Best Friends or something next week on Dynamite. As sad as that makes me, because I love the Best Friends. But I just feel like the Bucks needed the win here.
See, that's where I'm going to disagree with you. Like, again, I see your point, but to me, like, Santana and Ortiz are 1-0 right now.
Yeah.
Or they were 1-0. But they beat a nobody team, to be honest. So to me, having them start this feud with the Young Bucks and have the Young Bucks put them over as something where it's like we're not just focusing on ourselves. We're focusing on building more teams to have a better shot, a better career, a better like overall teams division. I think overall the Young Bucks can take this loss and make Santana and Ortiz look like these guys have a reason why Jericho chose them to be in the inner circle. Why they're the badasses, why they're the why Jericho chose them over some other team. Because now you're with Jericho, you want your team in the inner circle to look strong. And I get that. And the Young Bucks, they're established enough where even people who have never seen a Bucks match, they know the Young Bucks, whether it's a T-shirt, whether it's the name they keep hearing somewhere. So they're established, so they can take this loss and put over Santana and Ortiz in a great match.
But my thing is, so many people know the name. I agree, but they really haven't been booked like the stars they keep telling us that they are. I mean, correct me here if I'm wrong, but haven't the Best Friends won more tag matches than the Young Bucks in AEW?
Let's say the Best Friends are, I believe they're 3-2?
And the Bucks have won 2 matches, right?
Yeah.
So the Best Friends have won more tag matches.
But granted, though, the Young Bucks are more prized players. And I get,
but they're more prized players, yet they haven't won as many tag matches as Chuck E. T.
That's the thing about Kenny Omega, though.
I actually feel like Kenny Omega losing all these matches is going to build to his character, though. And I feel like they're not going to acknowledge the Young Bucks losing all these matches, but with Kenny, they are. Kenny's going to talk about it. He's going to make it part of his character. He's going to be like, I'm keep coming short. I'm not the Kenny Omega of 2017. I got to find that guy again. I got to find that hunger, find that anger, find that hatred, that heat. I got to be the cleaner again. And then he'll go on a big streak and probably pick up the world title eventually. With the Young Bucks, I feel like they won't acknowledge it because it's not in their character to acknowledge it. They're kind of just snarky, can play the heel, can play the face. They're always kind of the same thing over and over again. And I love the Bucks. I think they're one of the best tag teams in the world, if not the best tag team in the world. Although, note it, I do think it's awesome that Gallows and Anderson won the World Cup because I do agree they are one of the best tag teams in the world. And they deserve to have them say that every week on Raw. But I just feel like the Bucks losing is kind of pointless and it's going to be meaningless. But maybe you're right, and it pushes Santana and Ortiz, and they become megastars. And if so, that's awesome.
Because imagine
the Bucks are stars right now.
But imagine like Jericho holding the world title, and then beside him you have Santana and Ortiz as tag team champions.
Which I'm sure is the direction they're going towards. I think that'd be safe to say. I don't think
compassion that each team faces.
Which is fair. I mean, I think the competition level is different because the Bucks
competition.
Yeah, they've faced the Lucha Bros, and the Lucha Bros are great.
One of the best tag teams working today, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so I understood putting the Lucha Brothers over the Bucks at Double or Nothing. That made sense. I didn't think there was prayer of the Bucks going over in that match. But because I didn't think there was a prayer of the Bucks going over in that match, and because I didn't think there was a prayer of them winning in the tournament, they lost the first round. I felt like, okay, they're going to win here. They're going to get their heat back.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen. And, and that's okay. I understand that we want to build the inner circle as something dominant, something serious, something real. I think they need to introduce some sort of second level title because I think then you have World Champion Jericho, TV Champion, which seems like the natural belt for them. Sammy Guevara.
Awesome.
Sammy Guevara, and then you have the tag belts on Proud and Powerful.
Harley said, sorry, me no spell good.
Because I think Proud and Powerful having the tag belts, Sammy with the TV title, and then Jericho with the world title. That's a great image. You have them, this dominant faction, and then slowly, systematically, you have them lose everything. They crumble. They all turn on each other, and you move forward.
Yeah.
Like next year.
To me, like, I guess the reason why I'm okay with the Bucks losing this match is because to me in this match there really wasn't no loser. I love both teams. Both teams constantly put on match of the nights, in my opinion. And to me, I know a lot about the Bucks already from New Japan, things like that. But to me, they're already established enough to put over Santana and Ortiz, who, granted, yes, they were Impact, in Impact, but let's be honest, not a lot of people watch Impact,
not anymore,
at all. So to give this national attention to a team like Proud and Powerful is just going to help them. And for the Young Bucks, it doesn't hurt them at all. Like, they'll always come back. They'll always be in the main event tag team pictures, whether it's with the Best Friends, or whether it's with Lucha Brothers or whatever. They're safe. Being able to put over a new team to a national audience, that's where AEW is going to succeed.
I'm inclined to agree if this were any other league, like if this was any other promotion, but the whole impetus that makes AEW interesting to me and to some of my friends who don't normally watch wrestling, they love the records.
Yeah.
And so I had a friend of mine come to me and they were just like, why do they keep hyping up the Young Bucks? These guys are jabronis. He's like, all they do is lose. And someone literally talked to me and they saw my Young Bucks shirt and they wanted to talk to me about it. They were like, why does everyone love the Young Bucks? All they do is lose. And then I showed them some New Japan stuff and they got it. But they're not building them right now effectively. They also asked why they call Kenny Omega the best bout machine. They're like, all the dude does is lose. He's not won any big matches. Why does he matter? Why am I supposed to care about him? And I feel like they are so nervous about seeming like they're biased towards themselves that they're not putting themselves over enough to have figureheads to lead the company.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but right now, guys like Sammy Guevara, who is my favorite wrestler in all of AEW, are not going to lead the company. You need your Kenny Omegas and your Codys and your Young Bucks to be winning matches. And maybe you do that by having them win a match beyond, which is obviously War Games, but we can't call it War Games. And you have them beat the Inner Circle in a match beyond. But
yeah,
I feel like there needs to be something done soon to make the Elite actually matter. Because right now, the Inner Circle wins everything.
Harley has a hilarious line in the comments saying Cody needs to find a TV title in the garbage.
Just ask Eric Young for it.
Yes.
Maybe it's at the orphanage with El Generico in Argentina.
But overall, getting to the actual match itself, the match was great. Great way to open up this card because this is a way to get the crowd so hyped.
It was Santana and Ortiz versus the Young Bucks. It was precisely what you expected it to be.
Yep. And then we have to talk about this. Rock and Roll Express. Was it Roberts or was it
Ricky fucking Morton hitting the Canadian Destroyer?
Canadian Destroyer, and then flying out with a suicide dive.
For some reason, Ricky Morton keeps hitting Canadian Destroyers. Like, that's one of his moves now. And I'm just like, okay.
That's amazing.
60-year-old Ricky Morton just hits Canadian Destroyers like they're nothing. He's just swinging them around.
Over the top rope, too.
The dudes, they're machines. I mean, they really did evolve. And they've become important in the tag team wrestling scene right now.
Yeah.
All the props to them for doing it.
Oh, my God. Dude,
I mean, you watch some videos of the Rock and Roll Express in their prime. Those dudes could go.
Yeah, definitely.
They could go. And they can still go.
Yeah, at 60. You're just like, Dude, my jaw was dropped on the floor when I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Oh my God, Destroyer!
Yeah, it wasn't quite as exciting for me because I watch a lot of PWG, so I have seen him hit the Destroyer before.
I haven't.
Yeah, I have seen him hit the Destroyer before, but it's still awesome that he does it. He's just constantly slinging out Destroyers.
Harley said instead of rebooking, they want to get over or
people over.
Tell people how great they are, but making them lose all the time. And most of the time, it doesn't work.
And see, that's what I'm afraid of.
Ollie, Buddy, Umberto, etc.
And I'm inclined to agree with Harley here. In fact, like I love AEW. I'm really enjoying the product, but I do feel like all the biggest stars we're just being told how great they are by JR and Excalibur. We're not actually seeing how great they are because they're putting on these matches, but they're losing decisively. Like it's not even like they're getting cheated or that they're getting the rules broken on them. They just lose. And I understand you don't want to have a lot of schmoz finishes because you don't want to run it like WWE. And I respect that. It's supposed to be a different kind of product. But at the same time, the bad guys are just kicking ass in AEW. They're just beating everyone. And it's like, okay, well, where are we going to go from here? Where do we go from Cody Rhodes can't challenge for the AEW title anymore? You know, who do you bring up to face him next? Do you go Kenny? Like, do you go Moxley? You know,
I mean, there was, and we might as well get to it. But people are talking about doing a rematch with Hangman Page, considering he beat Pac in the next match.
And then he's clearly going to lose. So, see, putting him back with Hangman Page, I feel like no one has any questions about who wins that match. And one thing I've liked about AEW so far is that I've gone into every match going, I have no clue who's winning this.
Yeah.
Like, on Saturday, I had no clue who was winning any of the matches. There was not one match. I thought maybe they were going to do it. I thought maybe they'd do the world title change. I was like, maybe Cody wins this. After the
we will get to that, Matt, don't worry.
Yeah, Cody versus MJF is definitely going to be a great.
Without it. Yeah.
But, I'm just wondering who the world title contender is next.
Yeah, and trust me, I get that. Like, but also the way I look at it, they're also in a lose-lose situation here. If the Elite keep on winning, then people are going to be like, well, damn, it's WCW all over again. They're going to put themselves over. And if they lose all the time, then you have people like, well, why are these guys so special? So really, you're in they can't win.
I don't think you are. And as terrible as it sounds, I think you do 50-50 booking. I think you pick one of the guys from the Elite, you just turn him into a superstar, have him win everything, so that they don't say, oh, all the Elite, they're just booking themselves to be huge stars. They're just booking themselves. Have, like, Kenny win 7 in a row. And it's just like, oh, shit, Kenny Omega just fucking killed the entire singles roster. And now he's coming for Chris Jericho. I care now. And then when Jericho beats him, you go, oh, fuck. Chris Jericho just beat Kenny Omega, who just beat everyone. Chris Jericho is the best. And you have
I kind of agree with Matt. I would love to see Hangman Page go on that run.
Hangman makes sense. Yeah, I was just saying Kenny is a random example.
Yeah. But, dude, imagine that, though. Imagine Hangman Page just, like, after a while of, like, going on a win streak, then he's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm taking the fight to the Inner Circle. And he takes them out one by one by one by one by one.
It would actually be really cool. Like a singles match with Santana, a single match with Ortiz, singles match with Sammy, then Jake. You finally have Jake Hager work his first singles match.
Jake fucking Hager versus Hangman Page.
But then the problem is, do you want Jake Hager to do the job in his first singles match? Probably not.
That one, and I know it's going to sound weird. It's going to sound like WWE booking. DQ. Have Jericho come out, hit him with the juice effect, and then you got Hangman versus Jericho with Jericho interfering because he's scared of his title being lost.
You're right, because Jake Hager, it's clear he's going to be a monster heel when he starts working. Because I know right now the reason they didn't have him in ring was because he trained for a fight. Fight's over now, so
yeah. just have Hangman kick the piss out of Sammy Guevara. Sadly, but
you know what, Matt? Fuck you. Sammy Guevara is the best wrestler in AEW. He is my favorite AEW wrestler. No joke.
I love Sammy. I love Sammy.
He is my favorite guy in AEW.
All right, so let's move on to, speaking of Adam Page. Yes, he can lose. He's the manager right now.
I mean, kinda.
I also said putting themselves over because you're a boss. Sounds like Triple H from 2000 to 2012.
Which I agree, but at the same time, Triple H was putting himself over when he wasn't actually one of the biggest stars. This is slightly different because they actually are big stars. People inherently like them. People didn't inherently like Triple H.
True. All right, so let's move on to Hangman Adam Page taking on the Bastard Pac. This, so hard to say, but this might be my favorite match of the night when it comes to in-ring work.
Yeah, and I might agree with you if I haven't seen this match before. Like, I almost feel like it was spoiled. But it was great. I mean, I sound really negative. I loved this interview. I do want to clarify that. I'm just very, I'm so supportive of AEW that I get worried when anything goes wrong, or I'm worried about everything because I'm just, trying to put myself in the shoes of Tony Khan running the company. What am I doing? And, because he's faced with a huge problem because WCW, it's a company unlike any other company that's ever existed because WCW existed for 10 years before Nitro started.
Yeah.
They were already on TV for 10 years. So people already knew tons of the people on the programming. You already had that huge inherent fan base. So then when you started Nitro and you get pop a 0.5, it was like, oh, cool, 500,000 people watch our show. AEW came out, popped a 1.21, and now it's like, oh, fuck, you have an actual fan base. You have to continue to put on good shows. So Tony's doing his best because that's got to be really.
While this event was really damn good, I see why people are kind of worried. But to me, I'm gonna have faith in AEW, because I want to have something to believe into.
I mean, I'm not thinking that it's AEW is gonna go bankrupt. No, this company's gonna be around for 20, 30 years. I mean, if you think otherwise, you're totally wrong because just look at how big they are when they just started and they have no stars. When these guys are 10 years on still working for the same company, they'll be mega stars and they'll be untouched. So AEW's not going anywhere. I'm just saying I'm interested in their level of competition, if they'll actually be an alternative, or are they going to be TNA on Spike?
No. To me, AEW feels like in 5-10 years, they're not going to overtake WWE when it comes to viewership.
I think they could.
They could. It's definitely possible. But hell, if they just give people TNA circa 2006, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Those 3 years where TNA was a competitor but more of an alternative feel.
Holy shit, the Main Event Mafia was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, people forget how good the Main Event Mafia was.
Harley said, why would people be worried? It's always there.
Just the booking. It's just the booking. It's not really the company's position or anything. Just the booking.
And to me, I feel way more comfortable with the booking when it comes to having Omega, having the Bucks, having Cody. People who, especially Cody, who kind of have a mind for the business.
Yeah.
That no one else would. Of course, there are people out there that would have it, but he grew up in a business of wrestling. He grew up with his father booking matches, seeing how things worked, and now he's doing the exact same thing. So I have way more confidence in Cody's booking over some.
Like you said, he in an interview, he booked his first match when he was 14.
Yeah.
His dad asked him to help him, and he just booked a match when he's 14 years old.
And you said makes sense, Matt.
He's been booking shit, his entire life. So yeah, it's in his blood.
Yeah.
And I think he's definitely gonna. The company will be okay. I'm just skeptical because I believe in this company so hard and I'm supporting it with everything I got. So I really want to see it succeed. I haven't missed an episode of Dynamite. I'm consistently watching the product.
I haven't missed an episode of Dark either.
I need to catch up on Dark. I will.
Dude, surprisingly, they tie in everything with the Dark shows really well.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's really good. Like, it's actually really good supplemental.
Dude, episode 2 had Janela versus Omega.
Omega. Yeah, I watched that, of course. But yeah, anyway, Pac and Hangman Page had a good match. It's a great match. It's basically, again, it's Hangman Page versus Pac. What do you expect when it's like when you're playing EWR, the wrestling booking simulator, and you sign CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, AJ Styles, and you just go, I'm gonna have all the best matches always forever. And you just like I ran where it was right after the Montreal Screw Job. This is just a random tangent real quick, where I had Bret Hart open his own company. And so he buys Stampede and he reopens it and gets it a TV deal. And literally whenever we were having struggles, I'd just be like, all right, Bret, go out there, cut a promo. It would just pop the ratings.
It would be huge, bro.
Bret would just be like, I'm Bret Hart. Canada's cool. And I'm gonna fight the British Bulldog tonight in a 30-minute Ironman match. You just pop a 100.
Every single week was that match. Huh?
And you'd get a 3.89 rating. It was great. That's what AEW feels like right now. Like they got the cheat codes. They're just like, we have Hangman Page, we got Moxley, we got Pac, we have Omega, we have Cody, we got the Bucks, we have Orange Cassidy, who was like one of the biggest stars in independent wrestling. Like they just did everything.
Yeah.
I fucking love Orange Cassidy.
Dude, he's amazing. But yes, surprisingly to me, Pac got his first singles loss, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. He's what? He's 3-1?
Yeah.
Hangman Page beats him.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Hangman Page beats him with the he hits like a spinning clothesline, which I guess was supposed to be a version of the buckshot lariat into the Deadeye for the victory. Though I will say this, and this is kind of a positive and negative. The wins in AEW can literally come out of nowhere. That it kind of shocks the fans into kind of a silence instead of like building up to the pin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, every pinfall tends to feel like a flash pinfall. I agree.
I mean, you really saw it with SCU's victory over the brothers with the roller pin by Scorpio Sky, and then everyone was like, wait, what happened? Oh, yay.
I do love that everyone's like, but that does kind of give us the element of anyone can win any match.
Yeah. And that's all.
They had me convinced that Trent Beretta was going to win on Dynamite last week. I was like, oh, damn, Trent Beretta's going to win. Like, Trent is going to actually win this fucking match.
Dude, Trent put up a hell of a match against Pac. They're
going to let Trent beat Pac. But no.
Harley said, who didn't grow up with the EWR booking sim games?
Bad people. Those games are the best.
I didn't.
That's a bummer. We should, when I get my laptop, we should have like a series with that.
Dude, I would be so down. Yeah, Matt brings up a good point. Very great stage design as well.
Oh, yeah. That was super cool that they didn't just do the same thing.
Yeah.
Not like WWE pay-per-views where you just change the colors now. Like, because WWE, I mean, give credit where credit was due. They used to do the coolest fucking thing. I mean, like the Backlash 04 stage,
with
the
the
giant swinging, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Judgment Day with the big circle stage that has like the crosses on fire.
Oh, the SummerSlam with like the two big S's and like the big oval that the wrestlers
Yeah.
are part of. There was really cool stages back in the day, and it feels like AEW has totally taken on that and been like, cool stages, we can do that. Because it's something so minor, but at the same time, it makes the shows feel so distinct.
Mm-hmm.
It's, oh, that was Full Gear. I know that was Full Gear.
Because of the running gears in the background,
And when you see the chandelier, you're like, that's Dynamite. You know, now we identify that with Dynamite. You see the casino chip, you know, that's Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like they kind of totally were like committing to having.
Hell yeah, the SmackDown fist.
Rest in peace. But yeah. So
right, let's move on.
Match is good.
Yeah, it was a really good match. So let's move on. Next, we had Shawn Spears taking on Joey Janela. Kind of a throwaway match.
It was a match to give Shawn Spears a big win.
Yeah.
Like moving on, you know, like it was just Shawn Spears is going to be a massive heel in the company. You want to build him up. You want to give him the win. When they inevitably introduce that secondary title, he's going to be an immediate.
By the way, Tully Blanchard helping with the assisting pile driver on the floor. Perfect.
Tully Blanchard is one of the best parts of AEW right now. He's an incredible manager. And I hope that Shawn Spears gets into a really big program just so we can have more Tully.
Spider Fest in the campsite. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this match. And then afterwards, we had by the way, Shawn Spears wins with the C4, the running Death Valley driver, which, again, I love that that's his finisher. I love that it's just a simple DVD, like, boom.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, I believe this is the interview with Superbad Kip Sabian, correct?
Yes.
Which, I love it. I love heel Kip Sabian so much.
Really? You're big into heel Kip Sabian?
Are you not?
I mean, I don't dislike him. I think, you know, he's got potential. He feels like one of those raw prospects right now.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot that could come of him. Like when I saw the first match, which was Guevara and Kip Sabian, I said, Guevara's a star and Sabian will be.
Mm-hmm.
Guevara came out and when he was just like, I knew immediately. I was like, that dude's a star. And when Kip Sabian was just kind of like, all right, we're going to win this fucking match. And I was like, okay, well, you know, this guy, he'll get there. He'll get there. But Sammy Guevara, when I heard Justin Roberts be like, he calls himself the best ever, I was like, okay, this dude's
awesome. Matt, I kind of disagree a little bit. I think he's okay on the mic. I think his heel character will really bring out how obnoxious he can be.
Yeah, and maybe you use that kind of average mic ability to his advantage by making him a pain in the ass.
And especially now with his valet, Penelope Ford, which, great pairing, by the way. She had a great line. I think it was, why be bad when you can be super bad? Which I feel like that was a dig at Joey Janela a little bit.
Maybe. Yeah, that could make sense.
And then immediately they cut back to showing Joey Janela on the stage. So I feel like they're going to do a Joey Janela versus Kip Sabian feud with Penelope, with Ford in the middle, which I'm down with that.
Yeah, that's a solid idea.
You can bring some like realism into it.
Yeah, you do the good old work shoot, brother. Hogan, you bold son of a bitch.
Yeah, there was
no Darby Allin. You're right. They're not Darby Allin. Darby Allin is incredible, and I love that kid.
They used to be a couple. I thought they were still.
Oh, are they not a couple anymore?
I thought they still were.
Yeah. Maybe you know something I don't, Harley.
More than likely.
But yeah. So Kip Sabian doing his thing.
I'm very excited to see the pairing of him, TH2 and 4 together.
Yeah. That's
Because man, that's another team that I think could really help the tag divisions once they start getting more wins. Or hell, create a trios division. You've got a whole bunch of trios right now.
I think that what AEW is trying to do is not oversaturate it with too many belts right away. I think there's no way AEW doesn't eventually have a 6-man tag belt, because I mean they fought in so many 6-man tag matches, like the Elite, and oh my gosh, Matt.
Excalibur versus Jimmy Havoc, lights out.
Hey, Excalibur. People don't know, if you didn't watch PWG, Excalibur is a great worker.
Yeah, Harley said that she heard that they broke up, but
okay.
wrong.
Well, if they did, then that's a little too Matt Hardy Lita for my taste. But
yeah,
if you want,
I mean, you don't have to bring it up if you don't want to, but just like having her involved.
I mean, as long as they're willing, like as long as they don't care, like the Matt Hardy Lita stuff worked because they all were talking about it. They were all okay with it. And so it was a once in a generation incredible program that turned Matt Hardy into a megastar. So if you do that, you gotta do it right. It would have to be lots of open communication. Don't force it on anybody. Don't make it comfortable.
I agree.
Yeah. So decent promo. It's interesting to see where Kip Sabian's going to be, but I agree with Matt being with Harley being like, but they're not Darby Allin. Yeah, where was Darby Allin?
And yes, I also agree with Matt. I want to see Excalibur versus Jimmy Havoc and lights out, please.
I don't want to see Excalibur work because he might break his neck, and that would not be good. I like him a lot in the booth. He's actually my favorite commentator in wrestling right now.
He's damn good.
Yeah, he
also JR have a great chemistry.
And as a diehard PWG fan, whenever someone hits a Falcon Arrow, I always scream, "He did the deal! No one can kick out!" Which is an Excalibur patented thing. And someone did the deal, did the Falcon Arrow on Dynamite, and he screamed it, and I lost my shit. He was like, "He did the deal! No one kicks out of the Falcon Arrow!"
Matt said kind of like Ben and Roxy in the Schmodown. Kind of.
Yeah, where they were okay with it. Yeah, it's a lot.
All right, so let's move on to the AEW Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. The champions SCU taking on Private Party and the Lucha Brothers. This, in my opinion, was a great match. Low spot heavy, but I liked it.
It was, I mean, I know I've said this twice already, but it was exactly what you expected. I mean, who hears
I don't know why, Matt, and I know you enjoyed this card, but you sound so negative after every match.
No. I mean, it was what you expected in a good way. Definitely in a good way here.
Yeah.
But calling it a spot fest, it's like, well, yeah, dude.
What do you expect? Yeah.
Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, the Private Party, Ray Phoenix, and fucking Pentagon Jr. Did you think they were going to work a 60-minute, like, headlocks and hammerlocks? No, dude. That's not going to happen.
Dude, let me say this. And I've noticed it's, like, more and more. But Frankie Kazarian just keeps getting better with age.
Yeah, he's great.
Like a fine wine. He keeps getting better and better every single match.
I'm a little bummed that Christopher Daniels is out of commission right now. Because I really feel like he's hurt right now. That's why he was genuinely hurt. That's why they wrote him off with the package pile driver.
I thought because he came back at the end of this match.
Yeah, he had a genuine injury, and so that's why he's not tag champ right now. But you know, it was minor. He's like coming back in a week or two.
Same with Daniels. Daniels keeps getting better with age also.
Yeah, and I just feel like I want to see Daniels and Kazarian. Like, I love Scorpio Sky, but I want Daniels and Kazarian back. Give me that influence.
After listening to Chris Van Fleet's interview with Scorpio Sky, I am a huge fan of him now. He sounds like he's an awesome dude, like outside the ring as well.
I think even Scorpio Sky wants Christopher Daniels and
Yeah.
Kazarian back, though. Okay, so he was cleared last night. All right, cool.
Sweet. So yeah, overall, I think Private Party went from a team I knew nothing about when I started watching to now I want to know everything about.
Yeah, they're crazy. They'd only wrestled like 35 matches on the independent scene or something, like a really small amount of matches on the independent scene. And Jericho, I think they were one of the Jericho recruits where Jericho saw him and made a phone call and was like,
awesome.
You need to bring these guys in. Because that's how Guevara got signed, which is why the second they announced they were talking about wanting to do the Inner Circle. Jericho was like, give me Sammy. Yeah, I want Sammy.
Yeah.
Because Jericho has already said that he hopes that they let him eventually job to Sammy, which I think would be awesome.
Dude, Sammy Guevara could be a character that you could easily turn face if you wanted.
Yeah, he's a gorgeous Hispanic man. You could totally turn face.
As Jericho called him.
Spanish God.
Yeah, Spanish God. We need more best friends in Orange Cassidy. Yes, we do.
Dude. Yeah. Orange Cassidy needs to win. If they do a television title, he needs to win it at some point.
Orange Cassidy for AEW champion.
Because people really don't understand what makes Orange Cassidy so special. I severely suggest you watch his San Martino run with the independent wrestling television title, because he held the belt for a year and a half.
Damn.
Consistently beat people in these incredible matches. I mean, he fought deathmatch dudes. Like, worked deathmatch style. He worked with David Starr. He's worked with so many people in these matches. He worked with Colt Cabana. He worked a match with Joey Janela where Janela came out dressed as him. Like, both dressed as Orange Cassidy, and they both threw the fake chops and the fake kicks. Seriously, seek out Orange Cassidy.
I still have to watch Orange Cassidy versus Velveteen Dream.
Orange Cassidy versus Velveteen Dream is fucking incredible. That did happen for y'all who probably didn't know. It was on an Evolve show. It's crazy.
Oh my god. So overall, we keep getting off topic, but that's what
the show's all about.
Yeah. Overall, I think Private Party looked really good. They got a lot of great spots. And I love their finisher, Gin and Juice.
Gin and Juice.
Which, again, the powerbomb or the Frankensteiner off into the cutter. So SCU ends up winning with the SCU later, which, what does that move? So it starts off with a gory bomb, flips into a knee, right?
Yeah. It's a little awkward, but it's cool. I mean, I get it. There's only so many moves you can combine.
Yeah. And then Lucha Bros end up attacking SCU, and then lights go out. Though I will say AEW has kind of overused that trope.
Yeah. And it's because they know that everyone wants surprise debuts. So they just keep turning out the lights out, and eventually
finisher, the Fear Factor double stomp, perfect.
Yeah, it's cool. It's understated, and I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a trope that AEW kind of overuses, in my opinion. But out comes another Pentagon, and when that happened, I was like, "Oh, it's Daniels." Like, that's just my brain working. I'm like, "Oh, it's Daniel." And to be honest, the fucking fallen angel symbol in his eye looked badass.
Yeah.
The white paint on his mouth, he looked intense as hell.
Yeah.
And the fans chanting "Fallen Angel."
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. And this is one thing that I love about AEW, and that it actually comes from Eric Bischoff said this after watching the first AEW show on after 83 weeks on After Buzz. He was like, what really made the show for me was the energy of the fans.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
how the fans really got invested. And they don't full sell it. They don't NXT it. They will boo the bad guys. They will cheer the faces, and they will also do kind of in the middle stuff. Like, of course, everyone has their favorites, but they follow the narrative. Someone's a heel, you'll boo them. Jericho, for instance, he gets some cheers here and there, but he's a heel.
He'll get cheers for his moves, but he gets booed when he comes out.
Exactly.
And I think that's awesome. Like, the Dark Order, for instance, I feel like people don't respect just how good they are at working the heel character.
Yeah.
People are like, they're not connecting with crowds. And I'm like, I think they're connecting pretty well. I don't think it's X-Pac heat. I think it's genuine heat because I think it's that they're so not the AEW style. And I mean, I'm personal friends with Uno. We go back. Yeah, we go pretty far back. We used to play video games together and shit. He's a really cool guy, and
badass dude.
I love the fuck out of Uno. He used to run a YouTube channel, and I don't even know. I think he deleted literally everything, but he used to run a YouTube channel, and he would play video games. He's a really cool guy, really sweet guy, and I know that that's always been his thing. Is that he's an incredible worker for his size, and he's always going to do stuff like that. But when he turned evil, he really embraced the character. And so he works that heel style from like 1973.
Yeah.
And so it's not exciting.
A big smash mouth, like kind of rounded style.
They're not exciting. And that's precisely what they want.
And it works.
To excite you. Yeah. And so I feel like
you also have Stu Grayson on the other end.
Yeah.
Who he'll do kind of the flying things here and there. But when Uno's in the ring, that's really good heat because he knows exactly what to do to get that heat from the fans.
Yeah, it's super cool. But I think I agree that it's awesome that they boo the heels and cheer the face, and they play along with the show because it's a show. Have fun, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
it can be fun.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, you can boo or cheer for whoever you want, but the fact that majority of the AEW crowds will follow the storyline, that's very rare nowadays. Matt said his kid loved it. Awesome to hear, man. That's starting him out young, and I love it. Show him great wrestling. That's how it's done. So, yeah, overall, I think this match was really damn good for the Tag Team Championships, and I'm so excited for the AEW Teams division.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes from here because
like throwing a water bottle at MJF. Yeah.
I feel like anybody could win these belts at any moment because I don't think SCU is going to have a huge long run with them.
No.
So I think you'll see a lot of changes. I think this will be the division where you see the belt change a lot, and I like it.
I just hope it's not like they change hands all the time.
Not too much, but like once every 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, just.
Yeah. So next we have the AEW Women's Championship. Riho taking on Umi Sakuraba. I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
When we Sakura. Yeah, Sakura, but Sakura is Sakura. Pronounced in English.
I think this is one of the best AEW women's matches I've seen.
Well, you could tell it was a trainer working with their student because they just understood.
They got it immediately.
Yeah, they just understood how to work each other's style immediately. Because Emi Sakura taught Riho everything she knows, and so it was immediately evident that they were, tight and they were close and they understood each other.
They are on commentary say that Umi, is it Umi or
Emi? It's Emi Sakura.
It's Emi. Okay. She trained Riho at 13, right?
Yeah.
So man, that's like 8-9 years?
Yeah.
22, yeah. So yeah, immediately they knew what to do. They knew how to take each other to the limit. And this was a fantastic match.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's a crazy match. It's precisely what you want. I mean, it was the Joshi style. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to look like women's matches you're typically used to. It definitely worked in a different way. It's recognizing that women are small, like especially with women like Riho. So there's not a ton of impact moves. It's a lot of strategy. It's a lot of trying to work your way around your opponent rather than just
a lot
hitting
of strikes too from both the competitors.
Yeah, it's really good. I suggest you seek it out because I've heard some people who were just like, yeah, I didn't really watch that one, and I was like, you owe it to yourself to watch.
Don't make the AEW women's division the piss break match.
It's not. It's not.
No, not at all. So this match
was Sean Spears.
Yeah. Yeah. But this match ends with Riho hitting it's a tilt-a-whirl into a pin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, great way to end this match. Because to me, it kind of shows Riho kind of outsmarted her trainer.
And then on Dynamite the week prior, they had shown that Emi Sakura could outsmart Riho, so it was really nice, like duality. Yeah, she was 9 when she started training, but I think she started training with Sakura when she was 13.
At 13. Yeah. So now let's go on to, I guess, the main event. Technically.
Yeah, it's the main event.
For the AEW World Championship, the champion Chris Jericho taking on Cody, and Cody had MJF in his corner, which we will get to that. And Jericho had Jake Hager in his corner. It's not just people don't understand the Joshi style.
Yeah, and people definitely don't understand the Joshi style. I'd agree.
Yeah. So
this match was incredible. I mean, this match is genuinely everything I wanted. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you, Harley. I think this was my match of the night. It was so Cody is just the best babyface working right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the only babyfaces who never comes off his corny, never comes off as ham-fisted. It's always genuine, true heart. And to see his dreams in his hands and then watch it get ripped away from him by MJF was just perfection. Literally, this whole pay-per-view was like Empire Strikes Back. Just every good guy got fucked. And this felt like Lando betraying Han. It was just like, oh no, you know? But exactly. It was like, you knew it was coming eventually, but they really got us by just continuously having the opportunity present itself, and he kept not doing it. MJF just kept proving that he truly was loyal to Cody until he wasn't.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So first, the actual match itself. Really good, really slow, but that's what you expect. You expect kind of a slow technical match for the main event, and it was good. To me, it felt like they were trying to trick the fans by being like, hey, this might go 60 minutes. And if it did, I'd be fine with that. I would be completely fine with seeing these two going. But then
I think that's why they introduced the judges, was so that they could trick people into thinking this is definitely going 60 minutes. And then when it didn't, it was like,
the Great Muta on as one of amazing. Hold on. So Harley said, "Yep, imagine Cody right now, WWE's babyface. He see Jericho and start crying like Seth and Bray."
You're right. No, but like that's genuinely true. They'd totally misuse him.
Yeah. And then Matt said that suicide dive faceplant looked nasty. Yes, it did. I don't know if that was a real injury on Cody's part.
It was indeed a real injury on Cody.
Yeah. Wasn't he concussed, I think, at one point in the match?
He's not allowed to work Wednesday, which I'm pretty bummed about.
Yeah.
Hopefully he cuts from him at least.
But yeah, that suicide dive faceplant looked gnarly, man. It looked really bad. Like, the spot looked good, but the Impact looked bad.
Yeah, the cut's bad. That's not a good
Yeah.
cut. You do not want to see a gash like that.
Yeah. But I loved how as the match went, the match sped up. Like
Yeah,
Cody really picking up the pace for this match.
it felt like the first big match in AEW's history where it just felt genuinely big. It felt like
Yeah.
this matters. Like a lot of the other matches, it was like, oh, this is cool. This is a dream match. This felt huge. It felt like the expectations were massive.
Yeah.
Cody
It felt like
chance of being AEW champion versus Jericho's prominence. It was just like, oh, it felt like I was watching something big.
Yeah, and like, going off what you said, it felt like a proper ending to your last pay-per-view of the year. It felt that big.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like, okay. And legit, I did not know which way they were going to go with this.
I was actually convinced that Cody was going to win. I thought from the promo that he had cut on Wednesday, I said, hey, Cody's going over here.
Which, by the way, we did not talk about that. One of the best promos in AEW history.
One of the best promos of the last 5 years, I'd say. Probably top 10 in the last 5 years.
You felt the passion that Cody had.
It was incredible. I mean, there were so many quotables. Bringing up that Jericho's book cost $3 on Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, just so good. So good.
Dude, by the way, big props to Cody's mom for giving Jericho them slaps.
Yeah.
And saying a word that I will not bring up on YouTube because I do not want to get demonetized.
And Cody dropped the greatest promo, and then Jericho dropped the greatest video. So
He's in
the prime of his life. 48 years old, the youngest AEW champion in history. He's the champion, which means he's the best. And he's the best, which means he's the champion.
Yep. Harley said it did because it had a great build, which, yes, it did. And then Harley goes and says, good luck seeing a promo like that in WWE. Because you will not. Because everything is so fucking tight scripted.
Yeah. You're not going to see something like that in WWE. You might in NXT.
Maybe. And then Harley said she wanted to see his ribs. Because after the match, you saw bruises all over his ribs.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, but oh yeah, damn. Matt said he posted a picture in the group today. This is Cody's face. You guys can see it.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's gnarly.
That is bad. But overall, man, this was match of the night in my opinion. Because it felt, as you said, it felt huge. It felt like this was an AEW World Championship match. And it felt like that. It felt like, all right, this is going to be your main event before we get to the real violence.
Yeah, and now, because we're spending so much fucking time on this card, the main event, after the main event.
By the way,
oh, okay. Sorry,
I didn't mean for us to go this long, but we do have to talk about MJF a little bit.
Yeah, the MJF stuff is great. I can't wait to see the program that he's gonna have Cody.
Talent is like the breadsticks at Olive Garden Limitless.
I mean, it's safe to say that MJF and Cody are gonna have a great program. I'm sure that goes 3 or 4 months. It's gonna be really solid.
Which I don't know if they actually said this, but I wonder if they'll use MJF throwing in the towel as I did that on purpose. I didn't care about your health.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like you.
Yeah.
I've played you this whole time,
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be really interesting to see how they play it. Like, I feel like MJF, he's one of the best promos in wrestling right now. You have him going in promo wars with Cody. I want them to do something we haven't really seen in AEW yet.
It was not tame, Harley.
I want them cutting promos in the ring together. I
Yeah.
want to see those two guys with dueling microphones. They could cut a Triple H 30-minute promo and I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Just those two guys need to go back and forth. It'll be great.
Harley said that lights out match was tame. No, it was not.
No, it wasn't.
Which, speaking of, now let's get to the main event after the main event. Kenny Omega taking on Jon Moxley in a lights out match.
I just feel like Kenny Omega was like that scene in The Incredibles. What? I don't have any 5-star matches yet this year? I got time. He was just like, let me go get one of those real quick.
Make it a hardcore match, 5 stars.
Papa Melts. Come give your boy his stars.
It's going that star, that salt guy. He's like, 5 stars. 5 stars.
Papa Melts. Come give me my stars.
Yeah. This match was awesome. My God. Dude, there's so much to talk about. Let's try to get through the big spots at least.
Yeah, I mean, 45-minute death match. What the fuck do you want? That's not normal.
Oh my God, it was 45 minutes, wasn't it?
It was a 45-minute death match.
So the match started out like a simple, brawl. They both kind of fought each other with their fists and everything like that. And then the weapons came into play. And the first big weapon I've noticed that was like, what the fuck is this? They had a fucking table board filled to the brim with fucking mouse traps.
Yeah, they did.
And Omega took that like a fucking champ. He rolled in that thing.
Omega will take some crazy bumps.
I think he will, Harley, but
I think he will just because it's Meltzer and it's
no light tubes. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. No light tubes, honestly.
Yeah, but you got a fucking trampoline full of barbed wire.
Not a GCW match without light tubes.
No, but dude, like Omega took that bump in stride. He took that bump right in the middle of all those.
It felt like,
dude, those things fucking suck ass. Oh, what, the light tubes or the mouse traps?
I felt like those Foley Edge matches where they were just like, let's just kill each other. Let's do ridiculous bumps, and we're just gonna take them. We're just gonna take them.
Moxley was probably just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take all these bumps. Yeah.
He's like, what do you want me to do? I loved watching Renee Young live tweet this match.
I haven't seen that. I have to go back and like read her tweets.
She's like, what the fuck? I hate this. Just letting y'all know, I hate this. I hate this so much. It's so difficult being my husband's wife. She was not having a good time. Oh. She was just like, what the fuck? I hate this.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was really good. It's really good. I mean, like, this is a match that everyone has talked about, so you can look up any YouTuber talking about this fucking match. Yeah. So there's not a lot that we can say other than
not really, but I do want to bring up
speak it out.
2 big spots, and
yeah, go for it.
You know where I'm going here. It's the fucking trampoline full of barbed wire, and both of them took the bump in there. And then I love that the ref teased the stoppage, and then they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the V trigger through the Full Gear like light set panel looked fucking nasty as hell.
Dude, what is up with Moxley and Omega and ruining set pieces?
Double
it's the poker chips. Now it's the Full Gear shit. Just stop. Stop it, young lads.
Omega carving his initials into the head of Moxley using the ice pick, and then the fact that after Omega got up out of the light tube, he looked like Jack Torrance from The Shining.
Yeah, this match was.
And it ended with a fucking what did it end with? It ended with a elevated paradigm shift on the boards of the ring.
Yeah.
Because why not? You know? After Omega face planted, which I'm surprised he didn't break his nose on that. He attempted a fucking Phoenix splash and just.
It was brutal. This match was brutal. I mean, and I watched
set up.
Like, I'll watch GCW stuff, and that's like crazy, but it's so crazy that you become desensitized.
Yeah.
But when you're seeing Kenny Omega take those bumps, it feels like a whole nother level of crazy.
And
Just because he's such a pure wrestler.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, CCW is, it's a well-known company, but to me, they're still kind of minor leagues. And
I would say GCW is bigger than CZW at this point.
Yeah, and again, no disrespect to these guys because, my God, they do a whole bunch of crazy shit. But what makes this so unique is that this is, in my opinion, the first death match on a major promotion. If that makes sense.
Well, I mean,
Like a big
in the modern era, yeah, because ECW obviously was.
Yeah, but
yeah. For the most part, I mean, they did a couple of Texas death matches with Terry Funk and Mick Foley in the WWF, but that was in the 90s. Not a lot of people remember it because they didn't give it the same like spotlight that they're giving these. So, well, there's your workhorse champion showing his flexing the Texas death matches between Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack.
Yes, I agree with Matt. Kenny took those bumps like a boss.
He did, and so yeah, I'd be inclined to agree that this is the first time we've seen like a really crazy death match in an American promotion.
Yeah,
like on
and dude, the glass that they use, which was very unique, because Black Bag, you think thumbtacks, but then he brings out fucking glass, and you're like, oh, okay, that's where we're going. And then some really good callbacks with like Moxley having to like crawl through the glass with his face and chest to get out of the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
All right, so I know we're over an hour, and I apologize for talking about this for over an hour, but there was a lot we had to get to.
Yeah, it was a big pay-per-view. There was a lot. I
always said, and Matt, I'm coming for the title.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say, and then I beat them by like 20 points, but okay.
All right, so before we go into AJ Styles versus Adam Cole from R-Star Extravaganza 2014, what would you rate this pay-per-view out of 5 stars as a whole?
I'd say 4 1/4. Give me 4 1/4 stars. Yeah, 4 1/4 stars. I think it was really good. I think AEW has a lot more potential than that. I think Double or Nothing was better. I think this was good. It was good.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 4 1/4 also. I feel like every match on the card was from either good to great. And there was really no bad matches on this card. The women's match was great. Joey Janela versus Shawn Spears, it was, but you still
on a WWE card, that's your favorite match of the night. So exactly. I mean,
yeah,
like you kind of have to be fair.
You still have 2 fantastic workers going for like 15, 20 minutes. So
yeah.
All right, guys. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for. From All-Star Extravaganza 2014, let's react to the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Adam Cole, baby.
All right. This is a match.
All right. Share the screen. Now, I'm starting it from the tail of the tape because, copyright with music. I don't know if you guys can see this yet. There is the tell the tapes. There we go. Now let's start.
Which could be a huge difference maker. Right, 10 years, but it's Adam Cole that's been the ROH World Champion.
The old school ROH arena.
Styles, of course, a former Pure champion, but currently the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
Former Pure champion. Rest in peace to the Pure title.
Yep.
There was, what, 4 dudes who held that belt?
CM Punk, AJ Styles,
Bryan
Danielson, Nigel McGuinness?
Nigel McGuinness, yeah, that's it. Pretty sure that's it.
AJ Styles and Adam Cole is something that I've been looking forward to, not just because I'm a fan of Adam Cole.
This match is 31 minutes, guys. I apologize, Matt.
I'm just gonna die. No, it's okay. I mean, it's AJ Styles versus Adam Cole. I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly to think like that just 5 years ago these guys are having a match and one of them is in the Bullet Club and then like a year later the other one is in the Bullet Club.
And then both end up in WWE.
And now they're both in WWE. And they actually were working an angle this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, AJ and the club went down to NXT.
Intense start. Cole's in his Kingdom attire.
Yeah, he'd be in the Kingdom at this point.
Yeah, it's 2014, so it's him, Mike Bennett.
A spit in the face is a clean break.
So it was him, Mike Bennett,
Matt Taven?
Rick Ellis, and then
Is Matt Taven in it at that point?
I believe Taven was in it because I believe him and Mike were a team.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Great amateur career.
I didn't know Adam Cole was an amateur wrestler.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I had no idea, but
Yeah. Nice
Kelly.
bridge from AJ.
AJ Styles. You have no idea how many notes I get on Twitter about that. Really? Yeah.
I love ROH's old commentary team.
It's kind of the subtext of it, you know?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Listen back.
I feel like a lot of people
Just taking some
kind of forget just how big the Bullet Club was at this point.
Especially at this time, yeah.
Yeah, the Bullet Club really was the most popular team in the world. Like, they were the biggest thing in wrestling. Like, they were so huge, and it's so easy to forget now.
Low blow. DQ.
Only.
Yeah, what's your rematch? See, and I agree with Adam Cole. It should be one-on-one. And so Joe Dombrowski said it best. He had a
I'm going to turn off my video so that it'll actually... I won't
Huh?
die every 2 seconds. I'm
Huh?
just turning off my video so that I'll actually be able to watch the match.
Okay. Are you not able to watch it?
Well, no, my resolution was bad, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
match, and it's a
Are you guys
cliche, but it's really true.
able to see the match perfectly?
Anywhere in the world.
Big drop kick.
Yeah. Harley agrees that, yeah, Taven was a part of it.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. I mean, I am, but not about that. Michinoku driver, that's the finish. 1, 2, 3.
Matt has a question. He says, okay, really quick question. Does Balor join the OC? No.
No way. Not a chance.
No way. Not at all.
Right? And I would say globally on par with the rest.
Balor's a leader, not a follower, just like AJ. AJ would never join the Balor Club.
It's just stupid. It just doesn't make sense because the Prince Devitt version of the club was basically the proto club. Like the Bullet Club with Prince Devitt is an entirely different team. If you watch the stuff they were doing, they were not the Bullet Club that we know now.
Yeah.
They were basically just any other heel faction. They didn't have that cool swagger about them.
Harley, is the match not showing up great for you guys?
AJ, right? Did you see that too? Yeah, when he nailed him there in the backbreaker was kind of rubbing that knee. What might that mean, Steve?
It's not you, Matt. The video quality is not great.
Yeah, do that. Well, I mean, it's pretty solid for me right now.
Because again, this is the first time I'm trying to like do a live like watch along, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially from YouTube. So like, if it's not, then let me know and I can try something else.
Oh, that bump didn't look nice. That
looked nasty. Baby. I'm sorry. Boom. Undisputed Era has one of the greatest themes today.
Yeah, you're right. I really love Bomb Track by Rage Against the Machine.
Bad frame rate and freezing. It sucks. I think we should just stop it and like
try again another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I am exhausted, admittedly.
Okay, guys, I apologize for that. It was worth a shot. We can always try to do it
another
night.
Yeah.
See if we can get it working. If not, then it was a good experiment.
Do some test streams of it.
Yeah. But overall, this almost going an hour and 20 minutes. We pretty much just talked about AEW. Oh, Matt left. Wonder if his computer gave out on him. But guys, yeah, that's where we're gonna end tonight. Sorry for the kind of the hectic stream. Definitely be better next week. Probably won't be doing another one of these watch-alongs. Yeah, Harley, message me with your details. I would love to get a digital copy. Did not watch Raw, did not watch SmackDown. So not the show for you right now. I apologize. But do you blame me? Do you blame me though? Yeah, I think Matt's just tired. It is 11 o'clock over here. So we're going to end the stream right now, guys. Thank you to the people in the chat. So Harley, Matt, thank you guys for hanging out with us. It was really fun talking to you guys. If you did enjoy this, hit the like button, subscribe to Comment Wrestling Network below. Tune in to next Sunday. Major piss off. What happened? And by the way, Harley, no one cares about Raw spoilers. No one. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. So, yeah, that's where we're going to end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next Sunday night. Peace.